I'm more making this as an announcement for the newer players coming in because I want to keep the influx of players in the game. Pretty much, I'll say it straight up. When there's a hacker in your game or someone's cheating or exploiting, don't let that be the reason you quit. I get that you want to take a break from the game or whatever, but do not let that be the reason you shut the game down for good, because that is what they want. I'm not saying this, I'm not making it up. I wish I had screenshotted it. There was a guy I met about 2 years ago when the game was dead, and I was in a Supremacy game, and he was damaged, like flying around as a clone commando, firing rockets, and like doing damage boosting where you couldn't block with your lightsaber. And when people asked him why he was doing it, he just said he wanted to kill the game. There are just people out there that just want to see the game die because they have nothing better to do. I mean, of course, there are people who will just cheat because they suck at the game and they don't want to learn the characters or learn how to do certain things, or like damage boosting as a lightsaber hero, damage boosting and having bypass bullets as a blaster. Like, of course, those are in the game, right? Because people just don't want to be bothered to learn how to play the character. But there definitely are just people who just want to kill the game. They have nothing better to do with their time other than kill a game that's already, at least back then, the game that was already on its last legs, and there was only 1,000 players on, and most of them were playing on Heroes vs. Villains. There are just people who have nothing better to do other than kill a game that's already dying. But now that the game's popular, a bunch of new players are coming in, which I'm happy about. I'm so happy that there are new players. A lot of people talk trash about new players and whatever, but I'm happy about it. I'm happy that I could go into a game and not have to sweat every single game I'm in. Back in the old days, there was nothing but gold. Like, there was a game where you would get like one Dawn gold, and then everyone on your team would be golds. It's just golds versus golds, and that got really frustrating. Not even just for Heroes versus Villains, but for Supremacy, for Galactic Assault, for Space Battles. It was hell. Everyone likes a challenge every now and then, but that was a nightmare of a challenge. Every game is nothing but max level players, or level 900s or level 600s or whatever. And it's just, sometimes I just want to have an easier game where I don't have to think as much. I don't want to have to try and pretend I'm playing an esport. Might as well have been an esport at that point. It was ridiculous how hard it was. But yeah, shout out to the new players who are joining. I know it's hell sometimes with Heroes vs. Villains, especially since there's a lot of people like me who have been playing it for a long time. And I try to be nicer to newer players. Like, I'll let them, just let them play. Don't spawn camp or anything, because that's not nice to do. But yeah, don't let that be the reason you quit Heroes vs. Villains 2. Remember, you'll get as good as a lot of the elite players. It just takes time. If I was able to go through the game back when there was nothing but elite players, you should be able to go through it when there's a lot of newer players online. But with the hackers, as I was saying, there are just people who just have nothing better to do but just hacking, literally just hacking the game just to kill games. That's why you see Galactic Assault lobbies or Supremacy lobbies where you can't even play your character, your camera's knocked out of position. They just want to kill the lobby. Best thing you can do is follow these steps on the screen, which allow you to report and block somebody, and then leave the game. There is absolutely zero penalty system in this game that allows you to get in trouble. It's not Overwatch, it's not Marvel Rivals, it's not any of those games where you get in trouble for leaving. You are freely allowed to leave a game if you know that there's a cheater, and if he's just, and also if you're just getting your butt kicked. Don't force yourself to play a game. You're here to play a game and have fun. You're not here to sweat. This isn't the olden days where you were playing with nothing but elites and you had to get good to have fun. Here, you're allowed to just leave and go play another game. You could play Supremacy or Galactic Assault or Space Battles, Heroes vs. Villains if you want to get good at certain heroes, or you could even play co-op if you just want to beat up some bots. There's no problem with that. There's no shame. I do it too sometimes if I get my ass kicked in the game. I don't blame you. Just don't let a hacker be the reason you quit, because this game is fun. And honestly, I don't know if EA will make a Battlefront 3. I really hope that they would, but I don't know if they will. I don't know if they will, honestly, but we'll see. Just, as of now, while this game is still out, don't let cheaters be the reason you quit. Trust me. This game is fun. You might need some breaks every now and then. I know, I take long breaks from this game. Like, there have been points where I've taken months on it, or almost a year on a break in this game, because it's just brutal. At least back then. Nowadays, it's a lot less brutal. But back then, it was a nightmare to play the game. Because you got people who would just slaughter you. in those games. It was a nightmare. But now it's way better. It's way better than it used to be. But yeah, the higher player count definitely helps in terms of being able to find lobbies. I'll say that too. Your chances of finding a lobby when there is a cheater is way higher than it was last time. Because back then there was only 1,000 players, right? And only a few of them were actually playing Supremacy and Galactic Assault, because everyone wanted to play Heroes vs. Villains. Most of if there was a hacker, that was your only lobby you can go into. I had an issue back then where you would leave a match, and then you try to queue up for another one, and you just go back in the same game, because it was the only server available. It was the only one that had people playing in it. It was awful. And the hackers knew that. That's why they were all prevalent so bad. At least here they're more spread out. Same with Jet Trooper mains and such. Like players who are just really cracked at a character. Like I said before, there's no problem in leaving a match if you're getting killed. I don't blame you. I leave matches if I lose a hero, in terms of like a bad way. Like if I set up for a good hit as a hero and then I get my butt kicked because I didn't expect the Anakin to be flanking and then I get course pulled right into a bunch of clone commandos, I'll leave it because, you know, I won't lie, it's frustrating to lose a hero, especially after the work you put in and the fact that you have to go wait in hero queue to get another one, pretty much. There's no problem with leaving a game if you're doing badly or if you're not having fun. Now, of course, don't leave a game just because you're doing bad. Like, you know, you gotta get good somehow. But if you're truly just not enjoying yourself in the game, there is absolutely no problem in leaving that. There is no problem. Just take breaks. You don't. This isn't an esport. You're not getting paid to do this unless you're a YouTuber. You don't have to force yourself to play a game that you're not enjoying. Trust me. I used to do that with Heroes vs. Villains lobbies, and while you couldn't really choose to get a good one, I definitely did get used to cycling through a bunch of them. At least until, I mean, most of them you just wait in the spawn room till the round ended because it was completely unbalanced. But you know, those days are over, at least for now. Hopefully it doesn't go back to that for about a year, because I don't want to go back to that too soon. I actually enjoy playing with people who don't really know what they're doing, and I can just relax. And not like sweat on them, but you know, just take it easy for once. But yeah, just enjoy yourself in this game. It's very fun. It does have a high learning curve, especially with you know, people like me who've been playing the game for a long time. But trust me, if you were to ask some of them for tips on games, of course you get some sarcastic people like just get good or whatever, but some of them will teach you certain little techs like hook swinging and, you know, side swinging, and you know, the animation cancels with some of your swings, or, you know, lightsaber throwing into a choke, that type of stuff. But yeah, trust me, this game can be very fun. Just don't let a bunch of random losers be the reason you quit, especially hackers. Those guys, they got nothing better to do with their time anyways. All they do is just sit on their butts, activate their hacks, and shut the game down. Anyways, that's all from me. I'll leave you with the gameplay now, so enjoy that. See you next time.
Down at dirty tactics, pay off for the dark side. The deadly son of Dathomir carves a path to victory, and Maul performs the final kill of the match.